All right. Yo, my people, welcome back to another episode, the Out Cheer podcast. Unfortunately, guys, your host Jay to the Izzo is here. He loves a big thing like Lizzo. He's here. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it.
Couldn't make it.
So we had to call a super sub in. You may remember him for the first episode.
First ever one.
He returned. What's your name? My good friend.
Marcus, for those that don't know or didn't watch the first episode. Yeah. You asked what my name is, I told you my name.
Have you noticed the voice in your head is always the same volume?
Okay, I'm trying to test it right now to see.
I'll try to read this in your head. It's always going to be the same volume. It's not weird.
I'm trying to make it shoutier, but it's not working.
It's not.
Wait.
Guys at home, read something like, write a message that's you shouting and exclamate and put an exclamation point at the end, and then write a sentence that's just calm. And you realize in your head you read it the same.
You can't do it. That's because you know what I'm trying to do. Like, I'll try and imagine me shouting it, but I'll just record to a past memory of me shouting, and I don't get to see the message. It's like,
because when you're thinking in your head, it's always just.
Hey, that's
safe.
weird, man. Hey, that is weird.
Smoking cigarettes is good for the environment because it kills human beings.
Cool. That reminds me of something that I saw. Someone told me a while back. I was going to a friend's birthday, innit? And she wanted to go shisha, and everyone knows what shisha's like. Everyone knows. Well, it was that day that I found out that apparently smoking one shisha pipe is equivalent to smoking 100 cigarettes or something.
Yeah, my dad told me about that.
And from then I was just like, hey, yeah, you see the shisha thing, it's not for me then, because 100 cigarettes killing my lungs. I don't want that, man.
Yeah, shisha's just a social thing you do now and again.
Yeah.
It's not certain man, they do it every day, every week.
For them guys, even when I went, my friend said my pipe was 40, but I don't believe that. I just don't think shisha's nice because
it's
it just made me feel sick.
It's no,
man, I don't see the hype behind it.
Yeah, it's not even like weed where it gets you high or something. It's just you just get, it's like cocktails, but you're not drinking anything. Yeah. That's the best way to describe it.
It's so weird.
But isn't it weird? Socially, that's cool, but cigarettes, it's hell no.
You see the logic? I think people just get excited by the smoke. They're just ooh,
yeah, I mean, it does look cool, the whole shisha lounge.
Yeah, let's strap you up to one of them machines that can see inside your body, and while you puff it, and let's see if it's still cool.
Have you seen that thing where it's how do I describe it? So it'll be hold your breath for 3 seconds.
Oh.
If you did that after shisha, you would be finished.
You know, I saw a video on that how long ago? I think it was, I started working out in it, so I was I'm an athlete now. Let's try this out. And I was if you can hold your breath for up to the number 10, up to the number 10, then you got super lungs. And I managed it. I was 10. I was all that smoking, all that shisha in the past is all gone. I'm an athlete now. I try a workout the next day. I think I went boxing, and we do a serious workout there. And I was never mind. The athlete's lung that I had might have been a one-time thing. Damn.
No, man. But speaking of boxing, did you see the Tyson Fury?
Hey, you know what's funny, man? I wanted to watch it. What time was it? I think it was 1 a.m. I was I'm gonna stay up, but because obviously I had to be up for 5 to pray, 5 a.m. ish. So then I was you know what? It's either wake up on time for prayer or watch the fight. And I was I'll sit the fight out this time and I'll wake up in time for prayer. And then I think from what I recall, I think I did make it on time for prayer. But when I woke up, I was damn, I missed probably the best fight in the last.
Yeah, people say this is one of the greatest heavyweight boxing fights of all time.
That's what I was hearing. I was seeing the highlights and everything. I was thinking,
yeah, that's all the highlights. I didn't stay up for that.
Oh, you didn't stay up either?
No.
What did you think of it?
I knew it was gonna happen.
No, but did you think it was gonna go the way it did?
I thought maybe it would have
Fury,
but Fury's just he's just a great boxer.
Like,
he's not a knockout art. Like even when they were fighting, personally, I thought they should have done this. Like after the second one,
you should have just called it quits.
it was just This was embarrassing. Like,
But did you see Fury get knocked down?
yeah, but it's like it's Fury. Like
He was
you
gonna get
remember the last time when he was like
Yeah.
nearly conscious or something,
that. Yeah,
and he came back to life.
When
That
I
guy's
saw
not a
that-
joke.
bro. The way he opened his eyes, I was thinking, yeah, this guy is a demon. Like, how do you open your eyes like that? and
That's
just-
why, like, obviously, Deontay Wilder's main thing is he'll knock you out in it. But like, what happens if the person you knock out can just like
just get back up. And
it's just like
yeah.
okay.
The one thing I got from this though is that Joshua, like, I'm sorry for you Joshua fans, yeah, but he needs to like don't even think about Fury. If you can't fight Wilder, then
Yeah, Joshua and Wilder would be good. Fury would destroy him.
I think Wilder would beat him as well. Because if
No, it'll be yeah. It could go either way. To be fair,
if what's his name Usyk gave him the works and he literally just jumped into heavyweight now, then I think Wilder. I don't know. I think Joshua's like he's been scared of fighting ever since he lost to Ruiz. Like it's damaged his ego big time, man.
not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I think this was fake. I think he does. No, not fake. Let me know. I think sometimes I feel like he throws fights.
What?
It's just no, but like the Ruiz one, I don't know. I think he likes being the underdog because I've been thinking about it. Yeah.
Do you think this is Creed?
Sometimes I feel like that's what he thinks he is. Like, bro, just win. Like I don't
B.
get
Jordan.
it. No, because like sometimes I feel like in his head he just wants to be this underdog that no one saw coming.
And then all of a sudden, bam!
Like it's okay to be the best, and to like I feel like that's what people like Drake as well. Like you know sometimes when you hear Drake rapping, he's like, yeah, none of my peers respect me, but I'm still shitting on my peers. I'm at the top and no one's next to me. It's just like shut up, like bro, we get it, you're the best.
I do hear that. Oh my god!
Like that's why I prefer Jay-Z sometimes because it's like there was a point in time where it's like, okay, I'm the best now. Okay, I'm the best.
Yeah.
There's no oh I'm an underdog. The industry owes me more. It was like no, I've dominated. I'm the guy. Like
No, it's true.
I know I went off tangent a bit, but like I just don't like that underdog mentality when you're the best.
Yeah,
like at what point is
Yeah, no, it's true. Like if you can prove you're the best, like why would you wanna undermine yourself to?
and what
just-
made it worse is he changed his boxing style.
Yeah, what in that last fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bare. I don't know if you clocked it, but like he was bare flat-footed in it. Like he wasn't
Because that's not how he box. He's a
yeah,
knockout
yeah,
artist.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he's just like, okay, heavy punch, I should say. And I would say because Wilder's more of a knockout art.
Yeah.
He's like in between, but he's not really a boxer's boxer. If you get what I
Yeah.
mean, he's not really he doesn't lean that heavily into technique. His technique's good. Like obviously he would be able to destroy me if I was
Yeah.
trying to punch him, he would be able to weave and dodge everything. But like his technique compared to a boxer's isn't the greatest. So
Yeah.
you relying on that. He's not Fury. I feel like that's what it was. He thought he was Fury.
Like he's them boxers that boxes to knock out. He doesn't box to actually box. Like Mayweather boxes to box. Like
Yeah, it's like
Fury-
Mayweather trying to knock people out. It's like,
yeah, like Fury boxes to box. Like Pacquiao, them guys there, they box to box. But guys like Wilder, Joshua, they're actually boxing. Like if it's basically like if they can't knock you out, they have nothing left in the arsenal.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it'll be difficult for them to
Yeah,
like you have just as good a chance as they do.
Yeah, I realized that with Wilder. I realized if he can't knock you out, he has
No,
he
no,
has no.
he's like a street fighter. Honestly, he's a street fighter with a bit of training.
He can't do you once, then
But I don't rate that guy. Like I feel like sometimes he can be a sore loser.
oh, big time.
Like this one just here, he's like he seemed like such a sore loser. And even have you noticed just Americans in general this year? They've been sore losers. Him, Sha'Carri Richardson. It's a
Wow.
few. It's a few.
That was funny.
Oh, that's
Nah, but-
hilarious.
But Wilder, if what Fury after the fight, if what he said, because remember Fury apparently they spoke after the fight and Wilder was he wasn't trying to have it, like he wasn't trying to be a sportsman.
Yeah.
If that's true, then that's just that's
It's
sad,
a
man.
waste, man.
I'll be real. Like while we're on the boxing subject though, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you think in Creed, yeah, like were the fight scenes, do you think they were real?
I mean, they're actors.
But I saw that Michael B. Jordan actually had to train and bulk up to.
Yeah, I mean they have to like move around, and
Yeah.
even that takes a lot of energy. He has to like throw punches,
Yeah.
but like
But do you like you don't think that the actual punch, like obviously the big cuts and that, that's not real, but like some of the boxing, do you think that was?
no,
Actual?
I do think it was like 70 to 80% of a punch.
Yeah.
But wasn't like anything to knock him out.
Yeah. No, that's that because I think I must have been on TikTok the other day, and then when I saw that he had to bulk up, I was thinking, wait, so does that mean that they actually had to like not obviously box, but like had
No, but he had to know how to like move.
Yeah.
How to actually throw a punch without like, you know, some guys just like me swing it like KSI, bro. Just swinging their arms like. You actually had to learn how to punch properly, type thing.
Yeah, I hear that.
But speaking of sports, do you want to talk about this Kyrie vaccination thing?
Hey, Kyrie, man, he's my guy. He's a fellow Muslim, but sometimes I just think he gets a bit too carried away with the world, man.
To give people context, Kyrie Irving is a basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets. Really good player, all-star.
Very good. Best handles in history. Yeah,
extremely skilled, all-time talent. And he's decided he doesn't want to get the vaccine, which is his choice. Cool. But he can't play basketball without the vaccine. So in New York, you have to have the vaccine to participate in team sports. So Kyrie not getting the vaccine means that he will only be able to play about just under 50% of games. And the Brooklyn Nets were like
favorites to win it all. Like
no, but they were like, we're not gonna allow you to play like half the games because it's gonna mess up like the rotations. Because you know, basketball sometimes some people get injured, maybe other people need to step up and all that thing. So him playing like 45%, 50% of the games, it's not really the best for everyone. But yeah, what's your? And and they've said he's not gonna be what's it called, playing this season, and unless he gets the vaccine, of course. And he's they're not gonna give him an extension.
That extension, I don't know, because apparently I think yesterday he came out, or like a couple of days ago he came out and said that like me retiring is not on the table. So I'm thinking, if you're not retiring, you either have to think about getting traded to a team where they will allow, which I think majority of the teams are saying you have to be vaccinated if you want to play. So it's like it's either you get vaccinated or you retire. I don't see an option for him. Like,
yeah,
what's your take on it? Because bro, I don't see.
Make that Ben Simmons trade happen.
Bro, let's say he does go to Philly. Like,
I don't think he has to be vaccinated if he goes to Philly.
But do you think Joel Embiid and them are not going to put up with his shenanigans? Joel Embiid's got a Jimmy Butler mentality. Like, if any bullshit and you're out, like, he's not going to have all of that. Or the world, look, I stepped on a leaf. Like, I just hurt it. It's kind of shit. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
what's walking on grass barefooted and that? Nah, I hear that, but I think he would, like, he'd be great in Philly. Him, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid.
No, man, I think
that'll be a nice little.
If anything, Ben Simmons going to Brooklyn will be.
No, it'll be good for Brooklyn in terms of value for money.
No, it'll be good for in terms of value for money, but it will be a better trade overall for Philly.
Maybe, but Embiid has to be healthy, which is always a question mark with that guy. Yeah. But those two would be insane to go there.
But I don't know, man. I feel like because the whole reason KD went to Brooklyn was because Kyrie was going there. So it's like, if you split them up, who used to say that KD? Obviously, I think he signed a contract, innit?
Who?
KD.
Yeah.
So it's like...
contract extension.
Yeah, so it's like, you lot getting rid of Kyrie could also lead to you getting rid of your best players. So it's like, I don't know. Brooklyn's in a very sticky situation right now.
That wasn't what I was thinking about, but that Legends was a great movie.
I'm excited. I'm only excited to see it because it's Tom Hardy. Like, I watched the first Venom and it was good, but it wasn't like one of Marvel's best movies because it's like.
Sony was the one.
It's Sony that
produced it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you know how it's in the Marvel universe.
It's in the Marvel universe, but it's
cool.
not produced by Disney, innit? It's produced by.
To be fair, Sony have made I swear they're the ones that made Spider-Man Far From Home and.
Yeah, they made the Spider, but obviously the MC is still tied to that. So the guys who produced all the Avengers movies and all that stuff, they were in charge of also producing Spider-Man.
Okay.
So
So
that's why it's still a decent movie.
So these are different. Like the ones that are making Venom are different set.
Yeah, they're not really the
No.
MC. They're tied to it, but they're not really.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No wonder why Venom 1 was a bit. It wasn't the best.
It's not really like, you know. I don't know if you heard Martin Scorsese's comments about like superhero films, where he said they're not really cinema. Like he said they're like roller coasters, like theme parks. And I agree with him. I'm starting to understand what he's saying. Like when you watch most of them, like obviously, okay, the suit, it's like the hero does have power in the first act,
and then he gets given power.
He meets someone, he goes on a quest to find power. The villain is dropped in between, and then the final act is him fighting a villain. And it's like, obviously, you can still tell a film, quote unquote, with that formula. But I think sometimes it's like these superhero films, they lean too much on the not lean too much on the comics, but sometimes it's like, oh, we need to make the comic book fans happy. So instead of making an amazing film, we have to like, we have to make what's it called? A film
with the cliche.
No. There's a lot of great. I'm saying I'm a comic book fan, but I'm not like. So okay, I watched Joker. Like recently, I didn't see it.
Which one? The one with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, I didn't see it when it came out. I watched it.
That movie was amazing. That movie was.
No, but okay, I'm gonna be the nitpicker here.
Don't
you know the end, like it was amazing in terms of the portrayal of the Joker. It was disturbing.
Yeah,
it made you think, oh, did he do this? Did he do that?
Yeah.
Why did he do this? All that stuff, and you felt maybe, I don't know, empathy. They tried to make you kind of feel a bit of empathy, sympathy, whatever. Yeah. Make you understand why he did it. But do you think when they started like doing the whole Batman stuff at the end, it was like,
okay,
this is an amazing film, but why?
Now I remember. You know what it was? I had nostalgia of just remembering the good parts of the film.
No,
up until the,
in terms of the first and the second act, I was thinking this might be one of the best films ever, and then you get to the third act and you're just like, what the hell is going on?
Now I remember. I think going back onto what you said, they try line it in with the comics is like, oh, the Batman.
One of the Joker goons killed. I was just like,
it was like,
do we need this?
It's true, you know. Now thinking about it, I was too fixated on like the first, like up to like basically just before the film finished, and then
also the end as well when he was speaking to Maury. So you know that he's all charismatic and he's speaking about how he's become you feel like he's become the Joker now. Yeah. But then I don't know, in his speech, I don't know, it was a bit. It was like, okay, I'm not doing this as a political thing, but I like being a part of a group. Like it's just weird. Like it's just. I was just disappointed because I was like, I can feel this. That's one of the best.
Bro,
that was one of the best. What's it called? Acting I've ever seen. Like,
bro, it was amazing. Like, game on PS2, and bro, I was in love with that game. Like, cause I remember the scene where he does the bullet thing. And that, bro, I would replay that mission over and over. Like, damn, like, I'm Neo. Look at me, like, oh, bro.
It's just a hard movie. It's just amazing. It was amazing,
bro. I even remember as soon as you beat up the game, the first thing that they did was like, oh, blue pill, red pill, and I was like, I felt like, bro, The Matrix is just one of them movies that if you see blue pill, red pill, you just
it's like, iconic.
What you gonna think of straight Morpheus, like
it's just
Neo, like, oh no, that movie.
And the thing is with that movie, it's like 2 hours. It's a long movie, but like you're gripped,
bro,
to the whole thing.
Do you know? You're probably gonna say, oh, here it comes, but like. Leonardo DiCaprio,
that's my goat, man.
Bro, that guy, you know, people probably say, oh, Wolf of Wall Street is my favorite. Bro, you know what my favorite movie is? Shutter Island.
I haven't seen that one. I've watched the bit, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Bro, Shutter Island, 10 out of 10.
I need to watch it.
The guy plays any role. Me and my friend were having this conversation. The guy plays any role perfectly.
He's actually an amazing actor.
Bro, he's so good, man.
I even just watched The Great Gatsby. That movie's amazing as well. I don't know if his acting was good in it, but the cinematography for that was just beautiful. Like the way everything just looked, it just looked so nice. Like, you know when he did the whole glass scene.
And I need to watch. I actually haven't watched it.
You haven't seen it,
I need to watch it because
Tobey Maguire's in it as well. It's just a nice film, like.
Because it wasn't until recently that I watched Wolf. I think it was around the same time I watched Shutter Island that I watched Wolf of Wall Street as well.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, when I watched Wolf of Wall Street, I was like, I see why guys rate this movie, but I was like, it's alright. Like, it's not DiCaprio's best work.
I mean, I guess because it's real.
Yeah.
And he did kind of act like that guy does. Have you actually heard like Jordan Belfort like talk and stuff? Like, he actually does sound like a degenerate.
No, that movie, like, my favorite scene was probably when him and his boy took them pills, and he was bugging out.
Was it the one where like they were slumped and then
and he drove to the country club?
And he just did, and he thought he did well. Yeah. And then you see his Ferrari later, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's a clown.
The feds pull up. I'm just like, damn, like that. Yeah, no, that's. He's gonna pick up.
Nah, he said he would.
Yeah.
Hello. You alright, mate?
You're now locked into the Out Cheer podcast. I said you're now locked into the Out Cheer podcast. Look at your head, bro. If you want to be here. That brother was caught lacking sleeping. Yeah. So for people who don't know, there was a DJ who was seeing a girl and he wasn't paying any rent at uni or com. Just eating. She was washing his clothes, all that stuff. I don't even know what do you guys know what made her expose him?
Bro, I don't know. This guy was living like a scoundrel. Oh my gosh.
I think basically he denied her. Like, he basically denied that they ever did anything together, and then she was like, you know what, say nothing. Like, if you're gonna deny me, then I've got the receipts.
But do you know what's sad? It's like she looks like one of those girls who's like she's not ugly, she's pretty, yeah, but it's like she's not meaty. Do
you know what's funny?
She's not meaty.
Someone.
Hold on. So you think someone can expose me like on the timeline? My mouth open, and my head is even leaning to one side. That means I'm even enjoying that tea. Nah, sorry, man. Nah, she's meaty. I don't give a damn what she's like.
That's she's meaty. Bro, that's his landlord. Nah, she can't be meaty, man. She can't be meaty at all.
But you know what's funny?
You saw now was there with the cloth and the Yeezy slides.
Oh yeah, no, that was about it. The towel wrapped around his head.
And you knew it was her towel. You knew it,
Of course.
That was bad. That was bad.
Nah, you can tell he's been shopping for time.
No, but who do you think is the bigger bum, her or him?
You know what? Yeah, I think it's her. You know.
Yeah, she's a bum by association. I'm not saying she's a bum because she obviously is her place in it, but it's like dealing with that guy has lowered you, bro.
Why is she doing like what is this Handmaid's Tale or something like that, bro? They're washing the clothes, they're cooking the dinner, all that sort of stuff, living there rent free.
This is what love does to you, man.
You know what it is?
Okay, cool. And then because it wasn't, this and this guy saying, Dickie him sleeping, but you were there sleeping next to him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Like before, I was thinking, maybe like it's not really her fault. But I'm thinking if you have the capacity to put up with someone like that, then clearly your standards must be ridiculously low for you to.
She must have made him happy, man.
Like,
I mean, he must have made her happy. Like,
bro,
he must have worked for that rent, bro.
He was mixing that playlist in the back, bro. I'm literally loving the tunes.
No, but this is what happens, man. This is why I say, a lot of women, they say their standards is like all these hackers, all these. Really, they just want a man, bro.
Literally, bro. Look at that, bro.
Like the picture we saw here, obviously, man is looking finished.
Dusty, bro. Yeah.
Like he's looking dusty. I can't lie, he's looking very dusty. But at the same time, there is no picture of her sleeping. So we can't just say that.
I saw that on the timeline.
Listen, when the guy is going to the functions or whatever, guy must, he said he was living there for a time. So maybe when my man has a trim or whatever, and she awake, fully functioning, he looks somewhat decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either way,
he was doing something right, innit? He was doing something right. Cause,
exactly.
But it's sad, man. It's sad. But how was Dave Chappelle yesterday?
Bro, Chappelle was way. I'm telling you. The guy, I can't even speak too loud. I can't even speak too loud, bro. The guy's the GOAT. I'm telling you, he's the GOAT.
we're having this call with
Like,
the
that
chain
show was
now.
way. Man had a flipping. He had Jeff Ross there doing the intro, and then he came back out, started roasting Heather Dons. Man said, I think there were people talking. Man said, "Oh yeah, look." He said like what do you say? He said the Ugly Lives Matter protesters here as well, making noise. I can't lie, the whole show.
What's the Ugly Lives Matter?
The fuck?
No, that's funny.
Whole show was a vibe, man. Trust me. Like, I think you man can still get the tickets though, because he's doing the whole of next week as well. So
How much were the tickets?
I got mine for 100.
Broke. I'm
show.
broke. I'm broke.
Look, listen, he's funny, but he ain't that funny.
What?
He's funny, but he ain't that funny, man.
I'm broke.
The first show, bro. The first show. But you know what? The other ones are going for like, you still buy tickets for like 70, 60.
It's not any better.
I'd rather go to like 3 shots or something, bro.
What?
I'm going to push it, bro. What you saying?
Oh, you going to the live show?
Yeah, I'm going to book my tickets soon.
Okay.
Oh, one person make it to your live show.
Hey, but I can't even lie. Do I just got 10 days off you?
Oh, the Dave Chappelle thing?
Yeah.
They're probably like 28, 29, bro.
Did you forget we're filming?
Nah, this is good content anyway. I don't know.
Carry on, please.
Listen, I wasn't even there for that. I was there for the last, you know what I'm saying? I even saw my mentor there as well.
Oh, well, what a coincidence.
Exactly, fam.
What a quinky dink. What were your thoughts on his special there?
The special was good. It wasn't like a proper like stand-up comedy special they see on Netflix like his other ones. This one was more political. He was like actually getting at all the rumors that people are talking about.
I saw a couple people saying that you know when white people say, "Oh, I've got black friends." I heard a couple people saying he was doing that with his friend at the end. What are your thoughts on that?
No way. That's stupid, bro. How? What? Are you okay, fam? You watched it, innit?
Yeah.
Exactly. Man was talking about his transgender friend, who is also a comedian, and was able to separate the art from the person, and even understood that the jokes he was saying weren't even about transgender people. He was saying stuff like, there's one point he said in the show, he didn't make a joke about transgender people. He brought up the fact that it was easier for Caitlyn Jenner to go from a man to a woman than it was for Cassius Clay to become Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. But don't you think
that's what he was saying?
He was trying to...
And I can't lie, yeah. Bro, I can't lie. You might have to bleep some of this out, innit? But...
Why do you do this? No, why? No. We need to have this discussion. Why do you do this every week, bro? But yeah, hurry up. Say what you have to say, man.
Bro, what I'm saying is, yeah, there's always toxic parts of the, like, any sort of community, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like, the black people think
now.
that racism is the only way you can offend someone, so they're xenophobic, bro. So it's like...
Yeah, exactly. But in this community that's in question now, the transgender community, or if you wanted to say that LGBTQ plus a XYZ, yeah, that community, bro, when they want to cancel someone, they cancel them. And what's mad, what he was saying is, yeah, that woman, well, that person, transgender person, because I can't remember her.
No, she was a woman. Wait, oh god, no, never mind. Continue. I can't remember.
But yeah. So yeah, just because support to Dave Chappelle, who's also her friend, and knows him better than all his Twitter. Bro, she was getting gunned down, and then it pushed her to kill herself.
Yeah, sometimes
That's
it's like bullying. Like bullying is, a lot of the time we say, "Oh, it's our choice to do this, our choice to do that," but sometimes it's just bullying, bro.
Bro, it's bullying. This whole cancel culture is done up, bro. Like, I personally don't like the cancel culture, and it's a thing where, okay, if someone speaks out of line, like, it's completely spoken out, like, this is what they said, black and white. Like, look, this is just offensive. It's not even like a comedy thing. It's not like they were joking, not like they were raising a question or it was taken out of context. If they play in black and white, like, oh, like that. Yeah, forgive me for saying that, but yeah, you might have to believe that anyways. But yeah, if they said that, yeah.
You know, me and Marcus have had a whole episode here where we haven't had to bleep anything. I would just be calm, just to the last.
But look, if they said something like that, I can understand why you want to gun them and be like, "What's wrong with this person? Like, what?" And they have this platform as well. I understand if you want to get onto them, but if a man's saying that, look, I didn't say it. It is not me. and you guys are still going back and trying to cancel him, saying, "No, but you're transphobic, you're this."
Yeah, I feel like what
You're
people
just being
do,
ignorant.
they
Just
take the
listen.
nuance out of everything. Like if like at first, yeah, I watched the Dave Chappelle special. I watched like 5 minutes of it, no, 10 minutes of it, and then I heard, you know that joke when he's like, "Oh, their dicks are weird." I was like, I cut it off, and then I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing, and I was like, okay, I get what he's saying now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like with that special, he took all the he made.
If you guys like that, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be up to date with all of our releases. And tune into the whole episode now on Spotify and Apple.